Monday morning quarterback Denard Robinson.
Denard Robinson, shoelaces flopping in the wind, goes all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
On the Big 1050 WTKA.
And we are back, folks, here on the Michigan Insider on the Big 1050 WTKA, online at the Big1050.com. Sam Webb, Mr. Ira Weintraub on the other side, and joining us as he does every single Monday to break down the game that was for Michigan football, the man who was the signal caller for the maize and blue. Call him Shoelace. Denard Robinson. How you doing, Lace?
All good, man. We in good spirits this weekend,
Good spirits, man.
This weekend. I mean, you get a good win like that. I mean, you got to be in good spirits. I mean, that was a big win, and it was a great performance by Bryce.
Yeah, man. They responded, Lace. We got to start there, man. It was one of those deals where you lose a game like that. I asked you what's practice like? Oh, yeah. You know, what's the interaction between play? Like, how did what's the vibe like coming off of something like that? And you said, hey, man, everybody it's accountability. Yeah. You got to look yourself in the mirror. You challenging your teammates, coaches challenging each other. They challenging players. This is a whole lot of, hey, man, we got to step up. And they stepped up.
Yeah. You could tell this team took a look in the mirror. And by that performance, you could tell they took a look in the mirror and said, hey, what kind of team we're going to be? What's going to be our identity? And what we're going to hang our hat on and how we're going to defend the rest of the season. And you can see that the defense stepped up to the challenge. You know, they played against a great quarterback. I mean, I think is a good quarterback. And I think he's gonna be one of the future quarterbacks for the Big Ten. And when you watch him and you watch that team, because I watched him against Rutgers, and he looked totally different playing against Michigan. It seemed like our guys rallied to the ball. The defense rallied to the ball. Our quarterback, Bryce, played a great job, great game by just being him. It seemed like he was just playing within his game. He didn't have to do much. He didn't have to do way too much, and he didn't have to do way too little. He just played his game. And the Marsh brothers, they stepped up big time, man. When I tell you they showed up and showed out, it's kind of cool to see it, man. Those young guys and see how they played this weekend. It was great to see.
Yeah, man. It was, it was one of those deals where you really needed. I felt like early in the game, you were going to see how this team was going to respond.
Right.
We were going to know out the gate were it going to be in their heads what happened last week,
right?
Or they're going to come out and it's like, nah, we about to take it to these dudes.
We gotta show y'all, yeah.
And the first couple of signs, I was a little nervous because you had the drop pick six by Suge.
Yeah. Oh my God. Come on, Sugar Hill, man. You know I always get on you, man. Come on. Yeah. I'm gonna have to call your pops and talk to him a little bit, man. Yeah. You got to get that. You got to get that interception, man. He don't let a couple of them drop this season, man. We got to get him on the ball machine.
He's like, hey, Sam, I play defense, but he did play offense in high school.
In high school, he was a phenomenal athlete, man. He played punt return, kick return. A little bit of running back, a little bit of receiver. Like, he did it all.
He did do it all. He had the drop pick six. And then you had the miscommunication between Bryce and McCulley.
Yes.
On the first pass play of the game.
Yes.
And so I'm like, I don't know. But then they got it together real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take long for them to get it together. And they was clicking on all cylinders this weekend. I mean, it was a breath of fresh air, like watching these guys play how they played this weekend. I mean, you could see that it had to be some player meetings. It had to be some player meetings. It had to be some captains talking to some coaches. I think that's you could tell that's what happened, and because it seemed like everybody was on the same page, and no matter where in the game they got back on the same page. So nothing kind of like deter those guys.
So, Lace, one of the things that I think you have done a great job of is kind of giving us a feel for Bryce's progress. Like we can see that he is really good throwing on the run.
Right.
He is tremendous with RPOs.
Right. That's his. He loves it. I mean, you could tell they put an RPO on just about every pass. I mean, every run play almost. It seemed like.
Yeah. I mean, let's pause there for a second because like I could offer you a contrast. Because I think that, and I was talking to Borges about this.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one of the things that Chip does a great job of is he leans into Bryce's strength with RPOs.
Right.
Because Bryce does a great job of reading RPOs.
Yes.
Very few mistakes.
Uh-huh.
But some coaches can get really, really carried away
with it. Yeah. You don't want to get too far. Yeah, you don't go too far with it.
You know what I'm saying?
Because now it's like, okay. And most young quarterbacks that do this, and I'll say this: most young quarterbacks want to throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna hold that ball in there just long enough for his read to make that decision, so he can throw that ball. Yeah. So that's where it get hairy sometimes.
Yeah,
because like I used to love doing it. I hold it in there forever and forever. Let me hold it a little longer. Just a little longer. He moved, coach. I see the move. Right? And that's the thing you gotta. You gotta tell your young quarterback, hey, slow down, little man. Slow down, big man. Slow down.
Right.
And so that's one of the things that Rich Rod did a good job of teaching, coaching out of me a little bit, and Borges did a great job of like, get out of there, like give the ball, let's slow it down a little bit, So it's kind of cool to see, like, as a young quarterback, you want to put that ball in there, ride a little longer, and then flip your hips and throw wherever you're throwing the ball at, So. You have to find a happy medium, and you got to understand, like, hey, play within the game.
So I try to ask play callers quick because as a non-play caller, a lot of it always seems simple,
right?
Because if you've never done it, it's real easy to armchair it.
Yes,
right. Because I said, man, these last few years, going back to when Gaddis ran more RPOs than Sharon did.
Yep.
He didn't do it a ton, but definitely more than Sharon.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like, man.
That's why you kept seeing the bubbles or everything that's been thrown out there.
Yeah, and so JJ could do RPOs. And I was like, man, why ain't you letting JJ RPO this?
Right.
Like, he could do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted to control their run pass balance.
Yes.
Like, hey, man, you start RPOing.
And now the game is not balanced at all. And you throwing the ball 40-something times a game. When you don't want to be throwing the ball 40-something times a game. Unless you the area, you don't want to be throwing the ball 40-something times a game. Especially if you University of Michigan, run first.
Yeah,
it's really run first here.
Yeah, they we are. It's in the playbook, but we ain't RPOing like that. So I was like, I really thought they should RPO, but that's beside the point. That's beside the point. Chip, I think, obviously you're trusting Bryce, read it right, and Bryce is reading it right, because I got to look at it. I think on the RPOs, I think it was a pretty good split. I think it was a pretty good balance of run pass, but he doesn't tag every.
Right. You can't do that because you want to control the clock. First of all, that's a part of controlling the clock of time of possession and giving your defense time to rest.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was talking to Al Borges last week or whatever. We was talking and he was telling me, he was like, yeah, y'all had like one of the fastest paced offense. Y'all ran so many plays, but your defense played so many plays.
Mm-hmm.
So my freshman and sophomore year, we ran a lot of plays. We was like one of the top teams of snapping the ball within like 10 seconds or something like that. We get on the ball and we go fast. Well, now you're not controlling the clock, and now you're not controlling the game because now whoever running the ball more are being time, huddling up, taking time and slowing down the game and taking control of the game. That's the big part of it. So when he came in, they did a good job of us huddling, us slowing down the defense. Us slowing down, letting our defense get rest because we was the number one team in 3 and outs. So it's a happy medium when it comes to controlling the clock and running the ball.
Because the point you made, because Chip is doing a really great job because he's not tagging all of these runs. Because I remember last year feeling like, man, just tag all your runs with like a run control, man. I mean, you'll ease up a lot of this, a lot of this pressure that they're putting on your run game. Put a bubble on all of them, man.
No, you can't do it. You can't do it.
But you'll get in trouble that way.
Yep.
Throwing off your mix. It would have helped them last year, but
Right.
Chip is doing a great job of making sure that some of these are just runs.
Oh, it gotta be.
Some of these are just runs.
It has to be.
And we gonna keep our balance and control that way. But you made a great point, Lace, because we were in the box and there was an RPO. They RPO'd a duo, I think, and they got a lineman downfield.
Because now you riding into your guy make that decision. No, you gotta you right on the cousin. You're like, oh, you can't do it. You gotta just give it. You gotta give it because you don't want to hold it too long in the O line. If they moving those guys downfield and they getting to that second level to block the linebackers, they're trying to do it in a quick manner because now this running back gotta get behind me.
You think Bryce wanted?
For sure. What quarterback don't want to let it rip? Come on. Any quarterback I know want to let it rip. We always want to let it rip. What are you talking about? I still want to let one rip right now. I'm gonna put the ball in your stomach. Let's go. I'm gonna pull it out. Let's go. Go.
But Bryce is doing. I want to be clear. He might have wanted to let it rip right there, but he's doing a great job.
Oh yeah, he's doing
of making sure that he is staying true to the play, and that balance. Again, I have to look at the stats because Borges be charting all of this.
Yes, he does. He do a great job.
Yeah, he be charting all of this, and so I'm pretty sure the mix was pretty balanced with the RPO reads in this game.
Oh, for sure. It looked like that. I'll say it looked great watching it and just seeing it. And I should have called Al last night. I normally call him on Saturday nights and talk to him, and he would have gave me all the rundown. That was on me today. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. That's on me. I supposed to have that information for y'all today.
Nah, man, it's no thing. We know Lace got it anyway. But one of the things that I wanted to touch on as a theme is, and you've been talking us through his progress as a pocket passer.
Oh yeah,
we know he can RPO. Oh, yeah. We know he can throw on the run.
Oh yeah,
but how is he in the pocket? And I thought the lesson you gave us last week was about how he is in play action. Like it felt like, man, in play action, he's actually pretty good. Why is he better in play action than in straight drop back? So you explained it, I thought, really well.
Right.
And so now this week, it's like, okay, straight drop back. Can we see some progress in straight drop back? And I thought we did.
We definitely seen it. You seen his feet settle just a little bit, and you seen him trust the blocking of the O-line, and you could tell he trusted the pocket, and he didn't watch the rush this week. He kind of felt it and moved around and made throws that he needed to make. And like just watching him in the pocket, you can see his feet is not as happy as it was, the week before or the Oklahoma game. It became like, okay, I can make these throws. Let me just step to the side and make the throw. And it showed this weekend. So it's kind of cool to see. And we was just watching the third down.
Oh yeah, man, the 3rd and 11 late.
Third 11
where he hit the corner route to Tony Ellie.
Yep. It was like a post route coming across the field, and he zipped it in there with 2-3 defenders on that guy.
And pressure coming in his face.
Right in his face. And one thing you want to see your true freshman quarterback do is not panic when that pressure in his face and make a great throw. And that's what he did that game, that play. Like he literally sat there knowing he was gonna probably get hit, or the guy was really close to him, and he made the throw. Like that's one of the things that me and Devin always talked about is like, hey, I don't care if they're gonna blast me, but if I can make this throw for the team, I'm gonna take that hit and we're gonna make that throw. We're gonna stand tall in the pocket and make the throw. And that's what I teach my quarterbacks today. And that's what I watch Devin. Devin is crazy all the time. He got the young kids, the young go-getters, and the way he makes those kids stand in the pocket and make those throws. Like I watch Dante Moore all the time make those throws. He's standing in the pocket and just make the throws. And that's what I seen Bryce do this weekend. He made that throw.
Were you always that guy who stood in there and stared down the barrel, or did you have to grow into that?
Oh no, I always had it. Yeah, I always had it. It's something it's either in you because you're not afraid of it. You're not afraid of it. You know what? You know I'm gonna take whatever it takes for the team, and I'm gonna make that throw. And once you do it, once you make that throw, that hit become less. Like you get hit and you're like, that wasn't bad. All right. And now like, we made a big play. The guy caught the ball, and I'm like, yeah, that's like you bounce back up and look at the defender like that wasn't nothing, little dog. Like come back again next time.
Yeah, because I wonder how you get to the point where you're not distracted by how do you get to the point where you get a quarterback to not be distracted by the rush, to not look at the rush?
He gotta have that dog in him. Like that's something that you can't
we know
coach.
Bryce got that.
Yeah, and that's what he showed. And that's what he showed. And that's what I tell people all the time. Like sometimes you can't coach guys and being able to not being scared to get hit. That's something that you either have because now you like, okay, I know I'm gonna get hit. I done took a couple of hits before, so I'm okay with it. Like let's take it and ride. And like that's one thing I seen JJ do a lot of. JJ he wasn't scared of it. And obviously you seeing this in the league right now. He's not scared of it. He's gonna sit in that pocket and make the throw. He's gonna sit in the pocket and get hit, and he's gonna get back up and be a warrior. That's what you want as a leader of your team. Because now your players. They hang their hats on it. They like, our leader is this type of dog. And so this what type of identity you want your team to have.
Yeah, man.
You
know, there are a couple of things that were noteworthy to me on that play.
Okay,
because early in the game, Bryce had a drop back. It was a clean pocket, very clean pocket. And he had it was a play hitch on the outside, and he had hitches on the outside, smash and two seams, right?
Yep. And
Tony Ellie, the tight end, was clean down the seam.
He let it rip down the seam, and I think that's one pass that he throws like no other. Like watching him throw the seams. It's a beautiful sight. Like I always tell people, like, as a quarterback, you appreciate seeing guys throw the ball like that. And like when you can see that ball pop off the screen, watching it, like I was watching Mikey Penix throw last night, and I keep comparing him to him because the ball, the way it comes out, it's different. And like when he throws seams, it's different. He's always accurate with the seam ball. And like when he threw that ball to him, and it was a timing. He was 1, 2, 3, boom, and he tried to bang it on him. And it was kind of cool to see that.
Yeah, man. And that was, it was a great ball. So the protection was there.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce stayed in the pocket. No, the feet were good.
The feet was clean.
The throw was good.
Mm-hmm.
On time, on target. Boom. Everything was great.
Yeah.
Except he didn't hold on to the ball. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
One of the things you love about Bryce is his teammates have to love this about him because you never see him like, damn, how do you drop? You never see signs of that.
It's always like, all right, let's go to the next one.
So you get later in the game, who does he throw to? Same dude.
And it was in traffic too. That's one of the ones like, okay, I still trust you, my man. Let's go. Let me let it rip and like he let it rip and he squeezed it in a tight hole. It was one of those passes that you say, okay, this is why he's NFL like bound. Like those are the throws that you always say, like, okay, if he can make these throws more often, he's gonna be a first round, no problem.
Yeah, because in the post game, I was talking about this play, and I thought it was Zach Marshall because Zach Marshall.
That's what I thought too when I seen it. Yep.
Zach Marshall had a game.
He
right?
had a great game.
And so a lot of young quarterbacks, you think about yourself as a young quarterback, right. Lace. Hey, McCulley that's my guy. He makes big plays.
Mm-hmm.
Old boy Andrew Marsh made a one-handed catch in his game. He said he didn't know he made a one-handed catch till after the game.
What's the guy named the DB from the Raiders? The Stickum. What is his name? We got to call him Stickum. That's how it looked like he caught that pass. It seemed like he had some Stickum on him, man. It just stuck to his head. It was one of those catches that I was like,
Lester Hayes, Denard. Lester Hayes.
Lester Hayes. And that is a guy. That's when the ball touched him. I was like, whoa. I don't know if he knew he caught that pass. I was like, what in the world? I never seen nothing like it before. It just looked like it was like a magnet almost, like
Yeah.
So
man.
Lester Hayes, and like I was watching. It's funny because I was watching him, and they actually told him he couldn't wear Stickum anymore. They made it rude just because of him. That's what Andrew Marshall got. His hands are like crazy, dude.
Yeah, man. And so and then of course, like we said, you had in the game, Marshall is going off. So a lot of quarterbacks, young ones, is going to go to the guys who they know have been balling. But he went to who was open. He went to where the read said, this is where you go with the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was to Tony Ellie. Didn't think twice about it. And I was like, man, that just stuck out to me in that moment.
Yeah. I mean, but when you practice with guys, they can catch the ball. You know what type of dude they are. And just one drop isn't you're not finna be like, you can't go back to him. You gotta be like, all right, I'm gonna play within the office. I know my guy gonna catch the next time I throw it to him. I know it. I got faith in him. I don't watch him do his thing all year, all training camp, all spring. And so we gotta just trust it. And I think that's what he did. He just stuck in that pocket, and I'm telling you, he throw one of the best seam balls in the country.
Yeah, man. That was big. But the throw of the game, the throw of the season, to me, I know he thrown some great ones on the run, sidearm, all that stuff. That one, 3rd and 11, backing up, heating his face, corner route, in traffic, pinpoint accuracy. I think that's his best throw of the season, Lace. I mean, you the quarterback. You tell me what you think.
I'm trying to think.
Remember what Al said in the booth after he threw it? He said that's the best throw he's ever seen him make.
That's about this season. That's about right. Because I'm trying to think like any other throw because like that was an NFL type window and throw. So like watching it, you could tell that it was like, all right, we got something special. And like you start seeing signs, and we already seen the signs with him, but like that's one of the ones like, hey, that's because like if you think about it, like look at that throw that JJ had against Ohio State to Roman Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of those windows that like, hold on, how did he even know that window was there?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he did. It was one of those throws. Yeah. It was one of those throws. It was one of those throws,
Yeah.
It was one of those throws.
Yeah, that was big time, man.
Yeah.
All right. So now critique him. We talked about all the good things that he did. You always talk about the things where you want to see improve.
Right.
So what was that part of it?
I'll say this, and I think it's on both of the players. It's not just on one guy, but I would like to see Samaj and him get on the same page on that 4th and 2. Like on that 4th and 2, it was an easy completion. It's one of the ones that we know we can make. But the reason I'm saying that because in critical times when we play against Ohio State or we play against a opponent that maybe we get in the college football playoffs and maybe we have that moment where it's 4th and 2. I need him to calm down and make that throw. Like and I need Samaj to get his head around on time. Like they got to get on the same page. And I think Samaj to get his head around on time to make the catch. But also that ball got on there quick. It got on him quick, and it had some heat to it. I think you got to make that play. Just let's complete the pass, get the first down, keep going. I think he put a little spice on there. And I think when Samaj heads finally snapped around, that ball was on him too quick. And then, I think that's one of the ones that they got to get on the same page. And you might think I'm tripping, but I say this in critical situations. Sometimes you get heightened and you drill the ball a little too fast for a guy to get his head around.
Okay,
I'm being honest.
I love them both. I love them both.
Those are my guys. I love both of them. They're my dudes. They're my dudes.
But man, Lace.
So you feel like, and that's what here's the problem.
Lace.
I done been on both ends of that. So I'd have been the receiver that's trying to get his hand around that ball, get up on you quick, and you cannot do anything about it. But try to throw your hands up and try to touch the ball, And I'd have been a quarterback that drilled the ball when I knew I could have just got him to easy, and let's make it easy play. Let's make a play that's easy, not make it difficult. So that's my take on that, because I'd have been on both ends of it. I'd have been a receiver trying to get his head around and not being able to get.
I guess I gotta watch it again. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it 3 or 4. I gotta watch it 3 or 4 more times. I watched the play, and it didn't seem like it was as. I've seen Bryce throw fastballs.
No, but I think it's 5 yards. We with the 5 yards. That's a tough. And I'm not saying. We want somebody to make that catch. And that's why I said it's on both sides. We want somebody to make that catch, and we want somebody to get his head around. But at the same time, let's make the routine plays.
So I'll give you this.
Let's make the routine plays.
I won't meet you halfway. I maybe meet you a quarter of the way.
All right, give it to me.
And I say as the quarterback, because you want to make it easy for your receivers.
Yes.
And so he could take some RPMs off of it. Like you can make it a softer throw. And
I'm not saying make it a cupcake, but just make it easy. Let him be able to get his head around and see the ball. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying it's out for Samaj, because Samaj got to get his head around. You're the main target on this. You gotta get your head around. And so
because here to me,
was that a routine play? It should have been a routine play, right?
Because to me, my opinion of this play is,
go ahead.
Bryce could have made it easier for him.
Yes.
True. But you got to make that play. Like it's not like Bryce didn't put him in position to make, like, the throw that Bryce made, he's got to make that catch.
Yes.
Could Bryce have made it an easier catch? Sure. But the throw that he made, you got to pull that one in. I don't think he drilled him.
Yeah, he didn't drill, but it was a little bit of pepper on there before, a little mustard on there. That made it a little different. Because if you did, I'm telling you, I've been on both ends of it.
I mean, I defer to you, Lace. I defer to you as the quarterback and the receiver. I do defer to you. Here's the problem. If I was just playing quarterback that my whole life, the rest of and I played in the NFL, I would be saying the same thing you said. But when I got on the other side and Blaine Gabbert drew the ball to me and I was 5 yards away from him and I didn't have my head around, whoa, it's a little different. Because now the ball get up on you so quick. You just gotta react and just hopefully your hands react the way you're supposed to react. Hey, and Miles got to make that catch, bro. You got to make that catch, bro.
And that's why I said it's on both. It's on both parts. It's not as much as it is on Bryce. It is on Samaj, but it's on him too a little bit. That's a routine play they should make.
And you know what? Here's what I love about Bryce. Bryce would agree with you. I guarantee you, Bryce would agree.
Oh, for sure.
Bryce would say that's on me.
Yeah.
Now, do I agree with that? I don't agree with that.
As a quarterback, okay.
But I like that he would say that. He would say he wouldn't do what Carson Beck did.
Oh man,
Carson Beck throws an interception for the game and said, "Man, my receiver ran the wrong way."
And see,
it's like, no, you can't do that, bro.
See, I got just watching him. I watched Carson Beck since he was in high school. He was at Mandarin High School. I used to go to the games. When I was in Jacksonville, living in Jacksonville. So watching him, like it's different. Watching him, you could tell like he gonna struggle when he start having them turnovers, and that's the thing. I think that's going. He's gonna make Miami whoever they're gonna be the rest of the season if he play well. If he don't, and how he rebound off this game is gonna be big. It's gonna be big for Miami, and it's funny just to watch it because I watch Miami because I got a little nephew that played for Miami. He's a corner at Miami, so I watch him. I watched Miami all close. That's like my second team watching them. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they bounce back this week.
Yeah. All right, that was it. Hey. Here's what we gonna do.
This is what we're gonna do. At the break, we finna go over this play right quick and see.
I defer to you, bro.
Okay.
I defer. Listen, you play quarterback and receiver. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna defer to you, bro. I'm just you know, and I'm saying that I think Bryce would say that you're right. Hey man, I gotta throw a better ball. I gotta throw a better ball in that situation. At the same time, I think.
But see, here's the thing though. I feel like it's a heightened situation. It's 4th and 2. And we're not too far past the middle of the field. You know, we wasn't that far away from the middle of the field. So you thinking it's heightened because you want to make that play. And so in that situation, you got to calm down and make the throw. You got to calm down and make the catch. And it was a routine play because Chip did a great job of calling that play. A great call. I mean, because it came wide open, and it was going to be easy first down. Probably get more, probably 8 yards. Probably more than that. You know, so it was a perfect play call. You just got to make the routine plays. That's all that was. You got to make the routine play, and that was a routine play.
All right, Lace.
We go. I want to rewatch it with you today. But we watch it at the break.
I mean, I can't show the people the all 22.
Okay, but we can come back and we can explain it. We go word for word and see.
I mean, if I can show the people out, because we talked to the people in the break. If I could show them the all 22, then I would. But we will watch it and kind of react. But you know, it's one of those things. He went to Samaj later in the game.
Yeah,
on the play, so that was good to see. Man, Maj caught it.
Yeah,
made a play.
Yeah,
so
Samaj got a little fight in him. I like it. He got a dog. He got some stuff he got that grit to him. You know, he a gritty player, and I like seeing him when he get the ball in his hands. Like he ain't going down easy. He don't like the first man tackling, and so like it's cool to see him get that. But now we got to just make those routine plays routine. You know.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Samaj's got to be doing something right because he's always in position for those big plays. Like that, and that's why I try to tell people, like, he must be doing something right at practice. Like he's showing guys he can make those routine plays, and he want to be in that position. Like he's one of those guys that want to be in that position, and he don't care what type of heat comes after him. And that's why I appreciate Samaj, man.
Yeah, I mean, and he came back. I like that he came back and made that play after the next one. I thought had something on it.
Right.
It's still the next one has more on it than I think the one that he.
But his head was around. That's the thing. His head was around. So like on that first one, his head wasn't around to catch that. But that's the only thing I was thinking about when I seen that play. I watched it 3 times and I was like, he got to take a little bit off there. Just a little bit of spice off there, you know, a little bit of mustard off, you know.
Yeah. You man, I bet your receivers loved you, Lace.
Oh,
your receivers loved you.
But I also took a lot. I also took a lot from my receivers. If they was having a bad game, hey, that's on me. I was a bad ball. I put it in the wrong spot. And
And you do your receivers. You got to get your break the way that Bryce does his receivers. Hey man, it's on me. Yeah, if you dropped it, and any of it could be on me, then it's all on me.
Yeah.
And that's what he does too.
Facts.
So
anyway, we got to get to a break. As we do, folks, got to tell you, the Monday Morning Quarterback brought to you by our friends at Golden Limousine. Golden Limousine, all across the country, Michigan rides on Golden, and you can too, from Detroit to Ann Arbor and beyond. Join the teams, businesses, and communities that trust Golden for safe, professional transportation. Visit goldenlimo.com to book your ride now. We got to get to a break. Back on the other side here on the Michigan Insider on the Big 1050 WTKA, online at thebig1050.com.
Clear on the radio.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, we can't show you the all 22 because the all 22 is it's proprietary, it's copyrighted, it's we can't show it to the public, you know. So what is the play number for that? If the what's the name was play 11, so that scene was play 11, and the what's the name was the fourth down was a couple plays after that. So we'll look at it and get the reaction. 4th and 1. Here we go. Here's the 4th and 1, Lace. All right, folks, we're going to get the live reaction. Come on, Lace.
Come on, Lace. Come on, man. Come on, Lace.
You gotta make it. You gotta make it big.
Oh, Lace, you killing me, bro. You killing me, man. Oh, man. You think that's too hard? Lace.
Look,
Lace. Oh, man.
Go like right here. Watch.
Oh, bro.
Watch how the ball. His hands never rolls for the ball. Watch.
I didn't say man.
That's how you know the ball
Wow.
too quick. His hands never went up for the ball.
Now I've seen Bryce drill some ball. I've seen him drill some balls, bro. I mean, that don't look like a drill to me, man.
Was accurate as hell. That's what happened.
I mean, looking at it from the end zone makes it.
Watch how Samaj's hands never go. Like he couldn't even react to the ball.
Lace.
His hands battery.
And you can see him taking something off of it.
He never took something off of it, but you can see like his hands reacted so slow. it was a tough reaction, but I don't think he ever seen the ball. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he ever seen the ball. He looking back and he never seen the ball. Like he reacted. And the ball, like he barely see that ball, and that's what I'm saying. Like he couldn't see it. I don't think he ever seen it.
Yeah, man, Lace. I appreciate you, bro.
I'm just saying. I don't think he ever seen. The reason I said I've been on the other end of that, man. I've been on the other end of it. It's about really just trying to see the ball. If you can't see that ball, you never gonna catch that ball. It's tough.
Back on radio in about 20 seconds.
All right.
So you think
I think you got to catch that one, bro. I mean, looking at it again, I think you got to catch that one. I think you got to catch that one. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I don't think he ever got his eyes to see that ball.
Stand by, guys, coming back.
Monday morning quarterback, Denard Robinson.
Denard Robinson, shoelaces flopping in the wind, goes all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
On the Big 1050 WTKA.
And we are back, folks, here on the Michigan Insider on the Big 1050 WTKA. Online at the Big1050.com. Monday morning quarterback brought to you by our friends at Golden Limousine. Golden Limousine International's diverse fleet will have a solution for your every need, ranging from motor coaches to SUVs. Trust Golden to get you to your destination safely, on time, every time. Discover your perfect vehicle at goldenlimo.com and book with Golden now. Guess what? Hey, so my man Jeff Bile,
okay, that's my guy.
hit me, and he said, so Jeff, his son, and then your man Justin, they're gonna be hitting the Lions game, and they looking to ride on Golden.
Yeah, they're going Golden this weekend. Those my guys right there.
Yeah.
Oh, so they hitting the Lions game tonight.
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be a good game tonight. Yeah. That's gonna be a great game. Who you? All right, I know you threw it through.
Come on, man.
Okay, but who do you like tonight? Like who you think really gonna win this game?
Lions.
Okay. All right. I'm just.
I see now, especially after
question.
Tampa Bay came and you know they got him. They got him. It was an uncharacteristic performance for the Lions. Lions win that game and they threw it. They tried to throw it like 50 times. It was kind of out of character for them. Lions got something for them. Now they're gonna be without Brian Branch in this game. Lace,
So you think? But Baker been playing MVP, MVP, and Abuka. We not talking about, we don't like to talk about them, but that.
And the Lions down some DBs, but
so that's
you
what I'm saying.
One. Run the football. That's what it is.
You said run the football.
Lions didn't run the football against them last year.
Okay.
That's the difference. They're gonna run the football on them this year.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's what you're going with.
That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
They learned their lesson now. Don't try to put Jared Goff in a position where you got to throw it 50 times in the game. You do that, you take care of your defense. Play offense or play defense with your offense, son.
So you saying the offense is gonna carry the team tonight?
I'm saying the offense is gonna help the defense. I think Aiden has got to be a factor. Lee McNeil's supposed to be back, so we'll see.
That's gonna be a good game. I grew up a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan.
Okay, so that's where you coming from. I was wondering where this energy was coming.
I grew up a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. Warren Sapp, Warwick Dunn, Derek Brooks, John Lynch, Mike Allscott. So I grew up Sidney Rice, all those guys. I grew up watching those dudes play.
I was wondering where that energy was coming from.
So watch. So it's hard for me. I'm Jacksonville type. Duval. Y'all know it's always love Duval. So that's where I'm at now. But growing up, I grew up a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. So it's funny because I went to the that was 2 years ago. They played the playoffs. Bucs versus Detroit, and so I was in a conflicting situation because I grew up a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan.
Hey, and by the way, Board just said the issue with you as a receiver was you had bad hands.
First of all, I played quarterback, so no quarterbacks have bad hands. We all have good. If you play quarterback, you can catch the rock. That's one thing for sure. So Board, just chill on me. And here's the problem why Board just think I had bad hands. I had all the nerve problems, man. My hand was like this. It was close. So when he see me trying to catch the ball, I had one hand. So I was trying to catch the pass with one hand. So he seen the Denard that couldn't catch the ball because I had one hand, basically.
Yeah. So man, like I said, you've done a great job, Lace, of talking us through progress, the progression of a young quarterback, and he took a step.
Yes.
Last week as a pocket passer. You got to continue to take steps. I think that this team took a step in terms of how you bounce back emotionally from a big letdown. Right? Now you got to sustain some things.
Right.
Because you're about to face a team in Michigan State. And so now I want to step into this arena.
You don't want to play down to this competition. And I think that's the biggest thing. And you don't want to get caught up in this and tempers flaring because this is a rivalry. This is their Super Bowl for their year. Like you gotta still hold on to your goals that you have for the season, and you gotta look at this opponent as they're somebody in our way, and we gotta knock them off. I think that's the biggest thing. Their mindset got to be that's another roadblock, and we gotta go attack it and finish the season. And this is bragging rights for the state of Michigan, and so. You got to keep Paul home. I think that's the biggest thing. You got to keep him here. He can't leave Ann Arbor. So that's the biggest thing. We don't even want him to. He got to come back to Ann Arbor and be here. This is home. So and you got to protect that. Those guys, they and it's funny because it seems like they get up for these rival games. Like watching the Nebraska game, they got up for that game. They played well. They played well against Nebraska.
Michigan State has only ever really been good. When Michigan was down. I'm just telling you.
Don't say that because I was a part of the down years.
I understand, Lace. I understand.
But I will say this. Kirk Cousins, they was pretty good, man. I give my hats off to Kirk Cousins, Le'Veon Bell. They at that time they was Jarrell Worthy. Those guys, they was tough. And the thing is, it was through their identity. They was very, very, very gritty and just the way coach had them playing, he picked the right guys to play at Michigan State, and I don't think they have those type of not these kids that you have now, but I don't think they have those type of kids that they had before.
But you raise a great point. This is their Super Bowl. If Jonathan Smith is going to rescue his era of Michigan State, you got to win this game. So that gets into the dynamics of this game, this rivalry. You've been in it. And it feels like it's different. So what do you remember about this game?
Oh man,
relative to say Ohio State, was it different than Ohio State?
See, here's the thing for me. I always had respect for Ohio State. So like for Ohio, like when we played them, it was always respect. For Michigan State, I feel like they felt like we disrespected them, and then we didn't care for and we didn't treat the rivalry as such as we treated the Ohio State game. And so for me, this game became a problem with me. But after
my man tried,
it became like, nah, I'm taking it personal. Like it was very personal. My senior year. My senior, I took it very personal. And I was like, we can't lose. Because they out physical us my junior year. They really out physical us.
Oh, it's more than that, Lace.
And it was
my man tried to break your neck.
It was after plays. It was dirty stuff that was happening that whole game. Even Devin got some of it after I went out the game for a play or two, and they did some dirty stuff to him. So it was a lot, and I think it was coached on that, and I don't care what nobody said. It was coached to do that because it was too many players doing dirty things. You know what I'm saying? Like it was after the play, after the whistles, and they didn't care about getting the flags. And like one thing about it, if a coach cared about you getting the flag, you wouldn't do it. And so that's why I didn't have respect for Michigan State. It's just because of that reason they did extra stuff after the play, after the whistle, and dirty stuff, and I punches, all that stuff. Like we play football, brother. Like if we want to go there, we could do that. But like between the lines, let's play ball. Let's play ball. Let's see if you're better than me. And they didn't do that. So my senior year, I was like, it's personal. It's personal. It was personal. It was no way I was gonna lose that game. No way we was gonna lose that game. And like Taylor would tell you the same thing. Taylor knew it was personal. It was very personal. I told Taylor some things. I was like, hey Taylor, first play of the game, we got to do this. Like we going after him. And I want him to know it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day in his office, and we're gonna make sure we win this game. And that was my whole. I didn't care. I don't think we scored any touchdowns that game. I think we kicked all field goals.
Yeah.
And so
what was the game, like 12-10 or something like that?
But I knew we was gonna win that game. I knew they wasn't gonna beat us. I was trying to do whatever it took to win that game, and that part was one of the games I probably forced a lot of stuff. Like I was trying to do more than what I needed, but I was like, we can't lose this game.
So in the comparison with Ohio State, you said you always have respect for them.
There's respect.
Was there not the same kind of dirty stuff going on?
No, dirty. It wasn't dirty stuff like that, and that's the thing. Like we could play in between the whistles and go. We gonna do a little. You chirp probably before the game, chirp after the game. It was some of that. You know, you chirp before the game, after. But within the whistle, we played the game the right way. And like we fought, we went hard, we went at each other, and we probably talked a little bit of trash here and there, but it wasn't after the whistle plays that happened there, and that's why I always had respect for them because of that reason. Like if you could, they beat us, you beat us fair and square. I could take a beating when you beat us fair and square, but when you start doing dirty plays, I can't respect it. You know, so that was the thing for me. And once that happened, now I'm triggered. Now it's time to go. You know, so I think it was the biggest thing.
Especially when in that dirty game where he tried to rip your neck off.
Yeah,
really, it came down to if y'all just get that one play.
Yes, yes.
So I hate to take you down.
Oh,
I hate to take you there.
Oh my gosh!
But can you? I mean, it's years after the fact. But can you tell the folks about the play that I'm talking about and what happened?
We're just gonna kill my man. Oh man, B Moore, don't get mad at me. B Moore, it's my boy. It's my boy Brandon Moore. I mean, he played at Trotwood. He's my dude, and so don't get mad at me.
So tell the folks, because some young kids might not know this situation, but
so we're going to score to tie the game. I think it was 21-14 at the time, and we're going down to go score the game. Probably score, but because we ran a trick, it was like a trick play. Mm-hmm. So I was supposed to fake the ball and put the ball behind my back.
And this was after y'all had been down.
Yeah.
And so this is a comeback.
This is us coming back. And we probably were like on a 25-yard line. It was close. We close to go and score. We could probably get a field goal or whatever. So we do like a liberty play almost. And I put the ball behind my back. And coach told the tight end, Brandon Moore, hey, just make the block. Like, don't worry about anything. Just block this guy. He's the only guy that can see the ball. Everybody else is not going to see the ball at all. He's the only guy that can see the ball because the way my back is, the way the ball is at, he's the only one that can see it. And the guy came open, but by the time I was able to turn back around and try to make the throw, Brandon Moore had missed the block. He didn't block the guy. And so he came scot-free.
So the guy that Borges told him to block, he didn't block?
No. And I asked Borges to verify this. I'm telling you, I can remember this play vividly in my head because I had no chance to make a move or do anything because I had to like set the play up, and I trusted my guy to make the block. And obviously, Brandon Moore made a whole bunch of great blocks for me throughout my career. But that just this one play in particular, you know, he didn't make the block.
Yeah.
And so by the time I see him, I'm rushing back and trying to make a throw, and he tackled me and sack.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this part of the show. If you have questions for Shoelace, save them for overtime. We'll get to them right now. For those of you listening to us on the radio, we appreciate you. Thanks a lot for your time. That's going to do it for the Monday Morning Quarterback, brought to you by Golden Limousine International. Golden Limousine is the go-to for travel in the Midwest with premium vehicles and professional chauffeurs. Golden sets the standard for safety and style. Michigan rides on Golden. Visit goldenlimo.com, and you can too. We'll see you tomorrow here on the Michigan Insider on the Big 1050, online at thebig1050.com.
Clear on the radio.
All right, folks, if you have questions for Lace, get them in now. If you have questions for Lace, get them in now. I have not logged the questions from earlier in the show, so I won't be able to go back in. If you ask any non-super chat question, only questions from earlier in the show that I'll be able to get are the super chatters. But the earlier questions that aren't super chats, I apologize. I probably won't be able to go back and grab those. So the reason why I mentioned that, re-ask your earlier questions. So if you have questions for Lace, get them in now. Again, if you have questions for Shoelace, get them in now. All right. So Lace, I want to start things off by asking you about Michigan State, your best and worst memories from the rivalry with Michigan State.
My best memory is, so here's the funny part. D'Antonio said, hey, yeah, Denard is not faster than Martinez. He's not faster than Martinez. But when we played against him, my senior, when we played against him, the whole defense all start taking angles up. They never even went, never went towards me. They all ran at an angle to catch me. So it was like funny to see that, because even Coach Borges will be able to verify this too as well. He did all the talking within the week before we played him, right? He's like, yeah, he's not that fast. I think Martinez, the kid at Nebraska, is a little faster than him. And so me and Borges, we go back and watch the film. And I'm like, everybody's just like, the first thing they do as soon as I get to the sideline, everybody's at the angle going up. And it's like, no, we're not letting you beat us. And so it's kind of funny to see that, like, you know, I find that to be like, he praised me. He gave me some honor because they was that scared of me. Mm-hmm. And so that was one of the ones. But the obviously my junior, when that was a dirty play, man. That was one of those plays that I like. In my career, I had dudes pinch me under the pile. I done had people step on me. Or I had certain stuff and, you know, do little stuff, punch you in the dog pile. You know, that's normal. But when you try to, like, that's the risk of me being able to play football again. That's a little different.
Yeah. So Renovan, I think that's how you say your name, said the dirty stuff was D'Antonio. They don't do that much stuff under Smith. That's why Sparty fans are mad.
And but that was the identity, and that helped them win games. They helped them win games. And that's true. That is so true.
What did my man say? That's the coach of Pitt now. 60 minutes of unnecessary roughness. Is what he said.
Unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, he was proud of it. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
It's like, hey, he wanted his dudes to get those penalties.
Yeah, and that's some coaches live off that, you know.
And then they had the tunnel assault where they were swinging helmets and all of that.
Come on, man, come on. Like that's the stuff. Like you see stuff like that. Man.
All right, let's go to the questions now. First, get this super chatter in. Nathan Tuckfield says, Saturday was my first game at the Big House since Denard was the quarterback. Wow, great to be back in Michigan. Wish you boys the best. Thanks for that, Nate.
Appreciate you, Nate.
Appreciate that. All right. So Mike Dunn says, Denard Robinson, what can Bryce do in his first game against Michigan State to make the game not close?
Oh, play like he played this past weekend. I mean, if he played like he played this past weekend, it's gonna be a long day for Sparty. I mean, I think it's gonna be a long day for those guys. So I think if he play composed like he played this game and take his time and make the right throws and make the right plays, I mean, play on time, that's gonna be it. I think playing on time. I think trusting the O-line and getting that growth to happen in the pocket like he's been doing. I think that's gonna be big for us, or big for him too.
All right, let's go to the next question. This one from Hardequin 245 says, "Hey Denard, on the RPO where Crippen ventured a little too far, is that play doable with him having to get to the second level, or does that RPO take too long to develop with his role on that play?" That's an interesting question because they're RPO in a duo. That was something that we were talking to Borges about in the box.
Yeah, because when you double team it, you're gonna move the guy faster, and then you try to get to that second level quicker because you double team to the backers. And so you can't ride it as long as you want. Because normally if we were in like regular inside zone where it's not duels, it's everybody just getting to their guys, they take a little longer to get to their guys. So that's
Now, are you thinking about that as a quarterback? Like, we RP on a duo. I gotta get out of this mesh a little quicker.
Actually, duel will take longer. Duel will have the guys take longer because it's two double team blocks, and so duel actually take longer than the regular RPO, regular inside zone. So duel is actually you want to do it to duel a little more because duel you double team it up to the backers,
right?
And so those guys have to get the guy moving to the backers. So that's why you can ride it just a little longer than if you're doing a regular inside zone.
But what if they come off the ball and they move that guy?
They move the guy quick, then that's the problem. So like you run into that problem of you thinking that you have longer to ride it, and then if your guys blast them off the ball, now that changed the timing. And so that's where you got to play with the timing, and you got to know, okay, how good is this D line? Is he one of those guys that we have a hard time moving, or is it one of the guys that we get downfield quicker with him? And so that's one thing that you got to learn within the game too, though, because if you're doing duel and we pushing them off the ball, then you have less time riding that ball in the pocket, in the belly of the running back.
All right. Lima Bryan says, question for Lace. You said OC Chip Lindsey has to have 20 base plays for Bryce. Did the Washington game show you that he's done that?
Yes. And I think he's if you see, like, the tight ends are starting to be a big factor of the game.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing. Like when you have those tight ends in the game and they're moving guys, they're blocking guys, or they're running downfield making these good catches. Like Marshall showed up this weekend. And even though Marlon wasn't there, it was, we had our tight ends make plays this weekend on that 3rd 11. He completed to a tight end. So those things are big for our team because it's a big target. It's great to have a big target going across the middle because now the catch radius is huge and the target is bigger. So I think that's the biggest thing. You give him a nice size target across the middle. That's a young quarterback best friend. Like Travis Kelce going across the middle for Patrick Mahomes was big for him. His game elevated. Obviously, you had Tyreek Hill to be the back end to go deep, but like when you have a guaranteed big target across the middle, like your safety blanket, that's always good for a young quarterback.
Okay, I just want to show you. Now there are a lot of people on that whole exchange about it's too hard or it was just right. But you did have somebody who had your back, Lace. So I want to show that.
Okay.
In the chat, you did have somebody have your back. So Jay Rouse said, the fact that you're talking about the ball being too fast, simply think, is this an issue for Bryce or not? Yes, it is. I would agree he throws short balls at times a bit too quick. Do you have to catch it? Sure, but Bryce made it difficult to catch, period. Now, again, I'm not in agreement there.
You don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that. But to the broader point, do you think that touch on short throws is something that
he's gonna have to work on?
Okay,
he's gonna have to work. And I said because it's not to the point where it happens often, but it happens. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because it's an easy fix because we don't see him take something off of it already before. And so either he's going to have to learn how to take something off of, or his receiver's going to have to learn how to catch those type of passes. And once you're around it a lot more, you can catch it. You can start catching it. But if you haven't seen it as much, because think about it, last year they didn't have somebody that could throw the ball as hard and as fast as he could. Like they didn't have that same type of arm talent on the team last year. Honest truth. And so now they have that talent. Like it's different to see that type of arm talent. And when that ball spin off, it's different from a lot of other quarterbacks in the country.
Here's a question for you, Lace, a good one. Thanks for the super chat. Mission Forward 3 says, Lace, what was your most memorable run for a TD? Got a lot of them, bro.
Oh, man, I never thought about that. I never thought about that. Oh, man. I never thought about that. You know, I think people say more things than me. Like my
They said that's like asking Wilt, what's my favorite woman I done knocked out? I got so many.
Yeah, so many. I like my mom and my son's grandfather, Dexter James. He loves the Ohio State one. The one when the two guys tried to hit me and I ran through them, and right before halftime I scored a touchdown. They love that one because there's two guys trying to hit me and I run through two guys, and that's one of those ones that like those two people mean a lot to me. So when they talk about it, it's kind of cool to see that.
This is an interesting question. Maurice Clark, 8408. Lace, why doesn't Michigan, I think he's saying, why doesn't Michigan run Bryce on the outside, especially on fourth down? You know, like some kind of run pass option on the edge.
Yeah. That's a good question. Like I haven't seen one of those outside zones for him running the ball. I've seen him do a couple of, zone reads, a couple like quarterback draws right up the middle. But I think it's in the game. They got to have it. It's just about when they go bring it out.
Yeah,
and I think when it comes down to those big games like the Ohio State, probably this game, if it get down to that level when we got to run him as a quarterback, I think that's what'll happen.
Yeah, so they, getting him on the perimeter where he could either run or throw the ball, right, I think is a defense's nightmare. Now they ran a bluff in this game, and McCulley he turned the corner loose. Yep. You remember the play I'm talking about? Uh-huh. I'm like, bro, what are we doing?
Because if he block, we gone.
Yeah, man.
But most times they're not. A receiver's supposed to go get the safety in the corner. Because first of all, I tell this much. I tell people all the time, corners don't like tackling. They don't. So 9 out of 10 times the safety will make a tackle. So that's why you always send your receivers to go see the corner. Go see the safety, because corners don't like tackling much, man. Bro.
Because you got on the bluff for folks that don't know, bluff is off the split zone. So you bring your tight end across, and he fakes like he's going to block the edge
and go around.
He goes around, so he's in the alley.
And let the guy be the read guy that he's bluff. He's going to be the read guy.
Right. And so now Bryce, he could either throw it to the tight end, or that's his lead blocker up the alley. And if so he blocks the first things he sees. And now Bryce is going to be one-on-one with the safety. Yeah, if McCulley goes to get the corner, but he doesn't go get the corner, and the corner makes the tackle for 3 yards. Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah. So I would love to see, like, what did they tell him to go get the safety instead? Yeah. And so, because 9 out of 10 times, corners don't make tackles, man. And, like, I used to love being on corners. Like, corners, they don't like tackling.
They couldn't have told him to go get the corner. They couldn't have told him to go get the corner.
No,
they couldn't.
So
they couldn't. They couldn't have told him to go get the safety. I mean, the safety got to come from depth.
Yeah.
To come make that tackle. The corner is right there.
Yeah.
The corner is the threat.
But 9 out of 10 times, you think the corner's gonna follow the receiver. So you take the receiver and you block the corner. You block the safety.
I think I'm betting his responsibility is the corner, and then you leave the safety is Bryce's man. The safety is Bryce's man.
Yeah.
Because he got to come from depth to make that. I mean, it's just the third level defender.
Yeah.
He got to go to the third level to get a guy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a tough one because I like running on corners more than I like running on safeties.
Yeah, but he on the third level corner right here.
Yeah,
like I take my chances beating the guy coming from depth versus the guy right here on the line of scrimmage, basically.
Yeah.
Get him, and you put it this way, Lace. You coming around the corner, and do you got to be the guy right here,
or a guy 10 yards down the field? Who you like your chances
Yeah,
better?
depends on the play.
Mhm.
Depends on the play. Depends on like if it's like on that play, I prefer the safety. I would prefer to get on the safety.
Mhm.
But if I'm running outside zone, I prefer to get on the corner. If I'm running just a regular quarterback outside zone, I would like to get on the corner because now the corner is not trying to make that tackle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of stuff coming at him. He see a whole bunch of big guys. He gonna try to chop somebody down or something like that. So he run on that corner. He's like different.
If I'm not a play caller, but if I'm Chip, I'm running that play again.
Oh, for sure.
Like you gotta bring that back, bro.
But that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be a play that they like. You know? Because that's not gonna happen. McCullough gonna make that block, and we're gonna see what happened with the safety. One-on-one with the safety. He either gonna run him or make him miss.
Yeah, man. Got to bring that back. Woo.
Or
somebody gonna leave Max.
You know what we didn't talk about? We didn't talk about him sliding and getting down. He didn't take a lot of hits.
Yeah.
He got down.
What do you think about his slide technique?
A couple of times he got to get the first down. Get the first down to get down. Go get the first down. I think it was one of them that he got a little short. He was like a yard short of the first down.
Okay.
And so that one I was like, okay. But I appreciate it. I was like, oh, he's sliding. Okay.
Okay.
Did you see him get down? Am I tripping?
I did. No. He got down. I just saw somebody else agreed with you, Lace. Bryce got to be a little more patient on that play with Morgan. So you got some people having your back, Lace.
I'm telling you, man. But I mean, I'm pretty sure we got so many people going against me too, though.
You do? Oh, you do?
Oh, for sure.
You absolutely do.
For sure. And I want to tell you guys, like, I want y'all to do exactly the same play he did and have somebody throw the ball to you and see what happens. And go through that same motion.
Well, we're not college athletes. I mean, come on, man. We're not college athletes.
But that's I'm telling you, and I said this. I'm not taking nothing off because I think somebody's got to catch the ball. And I'm truly saying that. I think somebody's got to catch the ball. But I also think Bryce got to make the routine throw. And I'm not saying Bryce was a terrible because the ball was accurate as I don't know what. It was on point. It was almost on the numbers. It was right there. Like it was supposed to be. It was a catchable ball. He should have caught it. But it's one of the ones that like I felt like he got to take some off it so he can make a routine throw. Mm-hmm. Make it routine. That's we gotta get that 4th and 1. That's because in crucial games where that matter, that ball got to be completed. So we can't figure out. We can't be arguing about who fault was it. We got to complete the pass.
Tis true.
You got to catch the ball. So that's what I'm saying. Like these moments right here is like teachable moments where we got to be like, hey, these are the type of plays in big games we need them. Like that need to be a routine play that we can catch.
All right,
to get the sticks moving.
But as by Bryce standards, that was an off-speed pitch. that was a breaking ball.
It was.
I mean, he took something off that one. He definitely took.
You could see him. You could see him try to because I feel like he was gonna. Drill it, and he kind of like took it off.
He took something off that one, bro.
But yeah, this.
But you say he need to take some more off of it.
I think he gotta let his like. I want to see somebody get his head around and make the catch. His head was around, but I don't think he ever spotted the ball. And a lot of receivers like to see the ball off the quarterback hand, and I don't think he ever seen it off his hand.
All right, so Borges is watching. He talking about on the bluff. He said you block safeties in quarters. You block corners in one high, and it was one high.
Okay. Now it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, but that's why I said that's in cover 4. We going right, and that's what I was thinking. I'm like, sometimes they tell the receivers to go to the safety, and so that's why I was trying to figure out if that was the case. But now he cleared it up for us. He should have blocked the corner. Go get the corner. Because now that Buff, he's going up to the second linebacker, the linebacker or something like that. And now we off to the races. Because now if you got a middle of the safety, he said it was cover 3. He got a middle of the safety. He got to take an angle at me, and I could make a miss, whatever I want to do with it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he got to make that block on the corner, and that's out the gate.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, let's go back to the questions for Lace. Some good questions today. There's good questions every week. So let me not say that. The next one is from. You already gave us your favorite Michigan State moment, so you can check that out. Just wanted to give shout out to NA3 Rock. He gave us that. You can check that out in the chat rewind. Tackling was better this week. Sean 647. It was
for sure. It was big. It was big, and you could tell the guy who got a C on his shoulder showed up big. Derek Moore showed up big on defense, man. He's a captain. He showed up big this weekend. Well, he had 2 sacks this weekend.
Yeah, Derek Moore. Yeah, at least 2 sacks, and was just to me, his overall physicality in the game just stood out. But he was a beast out there.
But that's what I told you. They had to have players meet where the guys was led, and I think Derek probably said, "I'm going to set the tone this week, and I'm going to be the guy that y'all can follow." I don't know if that's what he said, but it looked like that's what he said. I'm going to put this hard hat on, and what Coach said, we're going to be a gritty team, blue collar, and that's what he did.
Went out there and set the tone.
Set the tone.
Yeah, man.
He set the tone.
You saw coaches and players kind of step up in response.
Yes.
You know, players weren't out of their gaps like they were the week before. They weren't out of position, too far outfield, too far inside. And then scheme wise, you saw Wink make some changes. Like they were carving on. You could tell USC spent their bye week kind of looking at, okay,
what's the flaws? Yeah,
this is what they do here. This is what they do there. Okay, this is how we could get them, because they had Michigan schemed up.
They out schemed them, and that was the case. And some teams, like you said, they come off the bye week and they got a chance to spend 2 weeks on you. And
they had them schemed up bad.
They was ready for everything.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
And that's the beauty of football.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of football.
And so, but
coach's mind.
Coming off of that, you know, the stuff that USC was doing against, particularly with 12 personnel, Michigan's answer to 12, they changed completely. Right. They're like, okay, we're not gonna do that.
right.
We're not what we were doing against USC. No. We're not gonna do that against Washington, because you know Jed was gonna try to take advantage of it. Yeah.
And here's the thing: they did a great job of corralling the quarterback. He didn't have the explosive runs that I thought he was going to have. He didn't have the explosive plays that I thought he was going to have, and that I see him do. And so it was kind of cool to see them like keep him bottled up. Like, I think they did a great job of bottling him up. What you think about that?
Yeah, man, it was impressive, because he's more of a run threat than Maeva from USC, and to hold them to 40 yards.
And that's what I thought. I was like, man, and that's what I thought. I was like, our defense is going to have to struggle with this guy, because he can run, he can do all those things, he can throw the ball well down the field, and they did a great job of stopping them and stopping the run. That was like kind of cool to see.
Yeah, they responded as a team, players, and it's a team game at the end of the day. When you win a big game, it ain't just the players, it ain't just the coaches. When you lose a big game, it ain't just the players and it ain't just the coaches.
Yeah.
You know, it's both of you got outplayed, you got outcoached.
And shout out to those linebackers, man. Roller he played a game, man. You had those guys out there playing ball. Like they was playing ball.
Yeah, so they stepped up, man. You got
give
them a ton of credit. Give him a ton of credit. And just
the young guys getting interceptions. He threw 3 interceptions this weekend.
Yeah, and Derek, I was just looking at what he had a forced fumble in the game.
Who are you talking about, Jimmy?
No, I'm talking about Derek. And in addition to his 2 sacks, he had the forced fumble because he just ate my man alive. On that play on a decleater, as I called it. But to get back to the questions for Lace. DJ Corn said, I've been listening to MMQB since 2018. You were listening back to when we had Andy Minery. You go back. And then to Devin and now Denard. Appreciate you continuing to listen. Lama Bryan said, question for Lace, who is the better two-way player, Kirk Gibson or Rick Leach? You familiar with Kirk Gibson playing with Michigan State and the Tigers?
See, I haven't watched Kirk Gibson. I watched Rick Leach. I didn't watch Kirk Gibson.
That's going back away. I don't blame him for that.
I know who Rick Leach is.
Yeah,
and I'm going with Rick Leach.
Yeah, we got to be homers around here.
Yeah,
with Ricky Leach. Now, Gibby definitely had the better pro career.
Yeah,
no question. But Ricky Leach, man, at Michigan, he is definitely the more famed college player for sure. So let's go back to the questions. All right. So is it supposed to be cocaine? Some kind of play on the word. So Shoelace, based on Bryce right now, what NFL team or system could he fit into today?
There's not too many NFL teams he won't be able to fit into. I mean, he has the talent. He has the arm talent to play in just about any system. What NFL system I would like for him to be in? Obviously, you everybody loves Andy Reid's system. Obviously, he can throw the ball around the yard, run the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
I like what Atlanta's doing with those guys. I think he's doing a great job with Micah Penix. I like what the Jaguars doing right now with Trevor Lawrence. So I'm just thinking about the teams that I watch a lot of. The Chargers, obviously, Coach Harbaugh does a great job with quarterbacks, but I don't think Justin Herbert will be going anywhere anytime soon. If he go to Philly, he would enjoy being in Philly.
Because he's gonna hand the ball off.
And you got two receivers that's unbelievable.
Yeah, but you know what? I just think the thing about Philly is Philly lines up and they just say, we better than you.
Yeah.
They're gonna play action you, and you're gonna get the grocery action to play action, and that's how their guys get open. But they are not scheming anybody open.
You don't think they're scheming anybody open?
I don't think they're scheming anybody open. That's why I got a lot of respect for Jalen Hurts.
Whoa!
I got a lot
of. So you said
yes.
So you don't think Case Keenum did a good job of scheming them open?
I don't think. No, I don't.
I don't. I think he did.
Like if you on a lot of those breakdown shows, and when you listen to them talk about the receivers complaining and why Jalen Hurts is, why he might be reluctant to maybe throw into some of the situations and give his guys shots at some of these balls, is because it's like, man, look at how open some of these receivers.
So you like Detroit? Detroit do a great job of scheming the guys
Absolutely.
open. Absolutely. He did a great job. Even in Chicago, he's doing a great job of getting guys open.
100%.
And I understand it, but I think Philly got the type of receivers that get themselves open. They don't need to be schemed open. Like those guys are one-on-one beat. Like if you play them one-on-one, they're beating you. Like you would say the same thing about Cincinnati.
I'm just
so you
listening
think about Cincinnati. So
I'm just listening to the NFL analysts on television say, I can look at their games as an analyst and tell you, watching their games, I know what's coming.
Yeah, but here's the problem. You don't have to scheme guys like a AJ Brown open because he's gonna get open. If he run a slant run, he know how to beat the guy off the ball. It's just like Jamar Chase in Cincinnati. Like Jamar and T. Higgins, they don't have to be schemed open because they're that good to be. Don't scheme. Just give me the route and I'm gonna beat this guy. Like that's what type of guys that he has for Philly. And so I know sometimes you have to scheme them open, but if you watch it, they do scheme them open sometimes. But most of the time they're like, okay, you are good enough to get yourself open.
Well, and they won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So again,
and their defense do a great job of getting them the ball back. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Their point is what we're doing is fine. And so as long as if it's winning, who is anyone to criticize? But you got AJ Brown complaining for a reason. Right?
But he complained in Tennessee too.
Yeah, but come on, that's not the same.
They were scheming him. They was giving him the ball all the time.
Yeah, they were losing.
Found ways to get him the ball.
I think his point is, wait, I'm on this squad that's this big time Super Bowl winning squad, and I'm getting like peanuts. Why can't I be featured?
So I'm gonna say this. I'll say this. You know who Tyreek Hill is? We can find you a spot to go to Miami, and that's what I'm saying. Not the, but like you could go to someone that go scheme you open, and you be in a Miami situation where you ain't going to the playoffs.
I hear you.
So don't run yourself off being on the Super Bowl team. And guess what? Kansas City still going to the Super Bowl.
I
You know what I'm saying? So AJ, like I think he's a great receiver. I think he's one of the top 10, top 5 receivers in the game right now. But he got to respect, like, hey, we winning. And that's the biggest thing. I understand you want to be a Hall of Famer. But with wins and championships, that's when the Hall of Fame, the gold jacket start coming. And you go get yours because they're going to target you the ball. You're the number 1 receiver on the team. So they're going to scheme you to get the ball. We just got to figure out how to get it. I mean, look at Saquon. Saquon is not getting the ball like he was last year.
He is not.
And so did we hear any complaint from him yet?
We have not.
Okay, then. So like that's what I'm saying. When you want to win a team, I don't care how we win as long as we winning.
I agree with you on that. And at the same time, I don't think that their offense, their passing game is to the level of these other teams, but it doesn't have to be.
But
it doesn't have to be. Their system, their scheme, especially with the defense that they have, it all works well together. To me, I'm about winning. Whatever wins me a championship, which is why, I used to have this debate with Joe Simon. And he's like, well, the offense, I think it leaves too much meat on the bone. Talking about in the championship year here at Michigan. It's like, I think it leaves too much meat on the bone. They get to a lot of third and longs. I feel like we could pass the ball more. And I'm like, wow, they're winning.
Yeah, it's just winning the game.
I don't care about this meat that you're talking about,
right?
If they're winning.
And I think that's the biggest thing.
So
like some people just gotta understand, if we winning, we okay. Because just yesterday, Devontae Adams went for 182 yards or something like that. And so that's is that scheming? Did they scheme him to go for 182 yards?
So again, like I said, they do a great job with teams are always going to have gross reactions to their run game. They don't have to do what other teams have to do to scheme open as often as other guys. But at the same time, when they face a team that has a good secondary that's like that can really get up in them.
You don't think Minnesota had a good secondary?
I think that Minnesota,
they got a great scheme. They got a great defensive scheme. They got good safeties. They got 2 good safeties, Harrison Smith and Metellus. They got 2 great safeties, good safeties and Pro Bowl safeties.
And yeah, I didn't even see the is what's the name back from injury?
Harrison Smith.
Yeah, I'm talking about up front as far as their pass rush is concerned. I know they had some injuries that they were dealing with, and then I was going back to the game that they lost a couple of weeks ago to Denver, and it was Denver, and then they lost after Denver. They lost to in the game immediately after that to, I'm trying to remember the game that they lost the week after that.
They lost 2 games. You talking about Philly, right?
Talking about Philly.
Philly lost to.
I want to get back on Michigan.
Philly. Okay, sorry. Philly lost to Broncos and the Giants.
And the Giants right after that.
They should have lost to the Giants, but
it was like, man, what's going on? Why can't they put up stats? And then of course they bounce back. And of course, I think that they are good enough to be repeat guys. But you got these issues that they have right now with these offensive lows.
So let me ask you this question, because I think the only team that could probably, and this early in the season, so we don't know who's going to end up where, but I feel like the only team in the NFC that could play with the Eagles is Detroit. Right? That's what you would say. So if they play in the NFC Championship, you don't think their receivers could beat Detroit Lions DBs?
Yeah, I think here's the thing for the Lions, and they got to get healthy at DB.
Okay.
They got a triage unit back there right now. It's going to boil down to, can they get heat on the passer? Because the Lions don't have good, great corners. And so you got to have some guys who can, I'm talking about like really good corners.
Yeah.
If you don't have really good corners, you're going to have a long day.
And so that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. So like, you don't have to scheme when you have receivers that's like that.
Yeah, but their point. Okay, we're gonna go in circles.
Let's go back to Michigan. Okay,
I want to get back to.
All right, let's get back to Michigan. Let's get back to it.
All right.
I just love to talk about football, and NFL is tonight. It's a great Monday night football game. So
All right, Denard, what are you, in your opinion, what are the next steps in Bryce's development? That's from Brian Miller, 8178.
We talked about it last week. We talked about it this week, and I think he's starting to take the steps in the right direction on his feet in the pocket, being able to move around the pocket and seeing the rush. Feeling the rush instead of seeing it. So don't take his eyes from down the field and moving around the pocket without taking his eyes from down the field. I think that's the biggest thing for him. Trusting his O-line and being able to move just the slight steps in the pocket and making the right throws instead of coming off the taking his eyes down the field to make a throw and try to move around, like basically breaking the pocket instead of trusting it. So I think that's the biggest thing he got to work on his pocket presence and being able to have great pocket presence, being able to move around the pocket and make throws. So once he makes the 1, 2, 3 reads, his feet are doing it with him and he's making the right throw. So sometimes it might be the middle getting pushed so he can back out just a little bit and just get away from it, or he can step up in the pocket while the guy's coming around the hook, And so that's the biggest thing that I think he needs to start developing, and I think he's taking the right steps in the right direction now. Like from last week to this week, it looked better. And you could tell he felt comfortable in the pocket.
All right, let's go. Get a few more in. Scott Patton on Facebook says, Shoelace, is Bryce too young to check plays?
I wouldn't say he's too young, but if he's not ready yet, it's okay. I feel like that's something that you have to be real comfortable right now. And I can tell he's not comfortable yet because he's not making a mic check. Like I haven't seen him make the mic check.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not telling the O-line who's the mic. I see the center making a mic check. And so when you see that, you could tell that he's not ready to make those type of checks yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so like those little things that you will develop as you get older, as you get to the point of like I could make the mic check. I could tell you where the blitz is coming. I could tell you, hey, like I used to always be able to like say, okay, rip, and that's when I'm sending the three. The center, the guard, the tackle to the right. Or I could say River Lake. So that means I will be sending the guard. If I say River, that means I'm sending the left guard, the center, the right guard, the tackle, all to the right because it's 4 guys coming from that side. And so you got to understand if you don't understand that defense and the concept that's happening and the protection, if it's 2-jet, 3-jet, if you don't know that protection and you can't do that yet, that's okay. I mean, because that's something that you learn after you learn the playbook, after you learn just the basics of the coverages and certain blitzes. And then once you start understanding the blitzes and understanding the protection and what call goes with what, like Rip and Liz will be my quick game protection. We'll do that in quick game. And we want our guys to hurry up and get to the guy and we're gonna make things happen. River Lake is something that our guys gonna have to bump over there to that, and it's a developing. So we know the blitz is coming from the right, and I put River on it, and we know we got 4 guys coming, and if they end up bringing somebody from the left, I know I'm hot off that guy from the left because I have nobody to protect me on that side, only the left tackle. So those little things that he's got to start developing. And I don't think as a young quarterback that's something that you want to put on his plate this early.
All right, so man, we got a couple more. I just want to let people know that are asking. Yes, the MichiganInsider.com is experiencing an outage this morning. It's related to the Amazon outage that is impacting sites and apps worldwide at the moment. So providing updates. We're getting updates from 24/7. Basically every 5 minutes. So we'll keep you posted. Unfortunately, we're at the mercy of Amazon resolving the issue. So as we get those updates, we will share them with you on Twitter. We'll get it up as fast as we'll get them resolved as fast as Amazon gets their issues resolved. All right. Get back to the questions for Lace, though. The next one comes from Let's see. And the starred one is right here. Right here. Denard, it was good to see the ball distributed all over, but does this week present more opportunities for McCulley? Seems like a guy you want to keep going to. Glad they gave him the reverse.
Definitely. I mean, he's going to be a part of the game plan every week. I mean, right now he's our number one target. Like he should be. He's earned the right to be that person. But that's how the cookie crumbles some weeks. You know, like some week he might have a great week. Some week he might be.
Yeah, it was 2 6'4" corners out there last week.
So I mean, the matchup was to find the other guys. You know, the mismatch was the seams. It was the tight ends on those guys. And look at Zach Marshall. Look what kind of game he had. He was on running linebackers and safeties, and he took advantage of that. I was happy for him because Zach is a great kid, man. Just being around him for the time being there. I mean, he's a great kid. And he deserved it. The way he treated my son when he came on his official visit, his mom, like these are things that I praise, and I'm happy that Zach got the chance to do what he did this weekend. I mean, I was excited. I was jumping around the house for him this weekend, man. So it's kind of cool to see him do that and have that type of week this week, and hopefully continue to do that the rest of the season.
Yeah, it was good to see. He stepped up big time. He stepped up huge.
For sure.
You know, that shows some depth in that tight end room. Shout out to Steve Kasula.
But
by the way,
yes, and shout out to Steve, man. That's my dude, man. One thing about it, he's cool as hell, man. And one thing I'll say about Zach, man, he's the same guy every day you see him. He's gonna have a smile on his face, and he's gonna have a enthusiasm like that unknown to mankind, as Coach say, you know. And like watching him do what he do, and the way he played, and the way he attacked practice, the way he attacked life, it seemed like that's the way he is all the time. And it's kind of cool to see him have a great game this season. I mean, this past weekend.
All right. Lama Bryan said, "You mean Will Johnson is who the Lions should have selected in last year's draft?" Man,
I told people. I tell anybody that want to hear me talk, Will Johnson should not just drop that low, and he should have been the first. He should have been the first day, and there's no way he dropped out of that.
You know what they were tripping over? I said the same thing, and they called me a homer. They were tripping over. He had a knee scope that nobody knew about, and then they found out about it in the draft process and made it sound like he had some sort of knee issue. There was no knee issue. You just found out about the knee scope.
That's it.
And that's all it was.
And guess who's benefiting from it? Arizona.
It's like, man, this is ridiculous.
Arizona's having a great time with that, man. I mean, he's one of those guys that, like, man, it's no way he should not have been in the first round. It's no way. I watched talent that he is a special talent. And like him and Mikey Sinister, they both supposed to be the first round. To me, my opinion, man. The way what they bring to your team, the professionalism, the type of talent, the type of the will to want to be great. Like those guys are they embody that type of player, and they're leaders.
I mean, I kind of see how the Lions passed on Mikey. I hate that they did, but the will thing. Bro,
you could have had two Michigan. They never left the state of Michigan. They could have stayed in the state of Michigan.
Oh, that's a tough one.
You got Hutchinson and Will Johnson. Whoa, whoa,
man.
And you know that's a different type of pride, yo.
Both them dudes are better than the first round corner. I digress. I digress. I won't belabor the point.
Yeah,
we will call it a day. We will call it a day from right there, and say with that the game against Michigan State. Just your keys to the game on the way out, Denard.
Play on time. Do not let this game become a game. Like don't make this a game. You gotta take it to them early and often, and let them know who's who. You know, I think separate yourself from these guys, and I think that's what Michigan need to do. Separate themselves from the guys as they got the same records as them. They need to start separating themselves from a lot of people, and because they have the talent to do that. And this weekend, that's what they need to do. And the key is play on time with Bryce. Run the ball. I think we got to be physical. And defense, go tackle. Just make the routine tackles and play physical how y'all did this past weekend. And I think this is going to be it's going to be one of the games that we can just walk away and we'd be happy about it. I think I'm thinking about going down to Lansing. I don't know, man. I might be with Sam this weekend. Going to Lansing.
Hey, man. Lace, I want to take this time as we go out to say, man, you do a great job at this, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
I want y'all to know Lace was a little nervous.
For sure.
And I want to say that when we started, and I want to say that nervousness, I understand why you were nervous, but bro, you good at this.
I appreciate it.
And I want to say it in front of everybody.
Oh, dang, man. You got me smile over there. I appreciate you, man.
You good at this, bro.
I appreciate it. Man, you do a great job of making me comfortable of talking because I don't even pay attention. I just pay attention to you. I just watch you when we talk. It's like we're in the barbershop having a good conversation and just being critical of good things that we see on the football field and critical of things that we don't like that we see on the football field. So you make me comfortable, and I appreciate you for being that for me. And I appreciate you, Sam.
Yeah. All right, folks. Until next week, we'll see you on the next edition of the Monday Morning Quarterback. Stay tuned.